everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hop Takes here on Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ross.
And today, for the second week in a row, we are headed to Sheboygan, Wisconsin, for another great barrel age series from them. Actually, not a series. It's not even a series. It's one single beer. But it's a unique one that I don't think they've ever released anything like before. And you happen to grab a couple of them. I didn't know what this was, so I didn't buy it, but you did, and you gave me one. So what the heck are we drinking?
So what we're drinking, it's the Bittercube collab. So this is the Wolf with Bittercube Bitters, Barrel Aged Imperial. It's Bittercube Bitters, Barrel Aged Imperial Stout with cherry and orange puree. So if you guys have been to any sort of craft cocktail bar in the area, you've probably seen Bittercube Bitters. They're very popular. They're really good. They have all sorts of great flavors. So I went up there, actually. They had the owner of Bittercube, Ira. He was there. I got to chat with him for a long time. I got to sample some of his liquors they had on there from Heirloom, and all really good. But I got to talking about this, actually, and it's a really cool process how they made this. So they took base Wolf. They aged it in a barrel. And then that barrel went to Bittercubes, and they took their normal bitters, aged their bitters in that same barrel. And then they have a barrel-aged bitter that they released. And the barrel went back to Three Sheets, and they aged this beer in that same barrel. So a lot of back and forth, but really cool process. I thought that was kind of a fun story. I got to try a little bit of this while I was there, but I'm actually kind of excited to have a big sample of it because I shared it with a couple people. It was a really cool event. It was really cool. This kind of came out in the last kind of release that they had. I actually thought it was going to be a bottle of bitters. I was an idiot when I ordered it. So I'm actually kind of glad it's a beer because it's more fun this way.
That's what I thought it was, and that's why I didn't order any.
Yeah.
It reminds me of what's the brewery out of Minnesota? Surly. Yeah. What was that beer?
Barrel Aged Furious.
Furious.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought of too.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. A neat collaboration here.
Yeah.
So let's crack into this thing and see what we got going on. Wolf is probably my favorite barrel-aged stout series of any brewery in the state, maybe in the U.S. Let's pour this thing out. A lot of carbonation, probably a little bit more than I usually get from Wolf, but fairly dark beer.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like your standard Wolf. I think, nothing. Same glass? Oh, you got
no, I have the 2023 one.
Okay. Yeah, good color. Looks good. So
the idea is like old-fashioned type style, right? Yep. All right, to the nose we go. Ooh.
I mean, first, the Wolf barrel age, just that classic Wolf barrel age is coming out, and that you got a good spirit down there. You got really good stout, nice little char there.
I'm getting cherries on the nose, big time.
That cherry, and a little bit of that orange citrusy puree.
Mm-hmm. That smells amazing. Now, this is bourbon barrel aged for our fellow Wisconsinites. Normally, we do brandy in our old fashions, not bourbon. I personally like bourbon old fashions better, but
I like them both. I'm good with either.
This smells awesome.
Yeah,
give it a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
So the very first thing that hits your palate, for me at least, is the Wolf barrel-aged beer. But then very quickly, that sugar, the bitter, the puree, the different orange, everything kind of takes over. And it does give you a bit of that classic old-fashioned finish throughout the middle and back end of the palate.
It's definitely got like a sugary sweet mid palate on it. To your point, like it starts off like barrel aged stout. Like you get some barrel char, you get some of that sweetness from the stout, but then like it quickly, you get a little bit more of that sugary sweetness that kicks up mid palate. And then I feel like the orange puree starts to leak through. and then it finishes with like sugary, like a sugary cherry note almost out the back. It's wow.
It's a roller coaster, and it's really good all along the way. Like it hits every flavor really well, and it lets each one kind of do its own thing without like kind of mashing together.
13.7%. You don't taste it in this. Definitely don't.
So
that is an excellent variant and collaboration here. This was well done.
Yeah, the only other beer I can think that kind of compares to this in some ways that I can recall is Central Waters does a collab with Bernhardt Bar out in Bayview every year. Brandyland Old Fashioned. It's really good. It's but it's very different in the sense of like that has a very kind of big spirit bite to it, with then kind of some of the sweetness coming out. This is smooth. It's very smooth. Mm-hmm. You gotta like barrel aged beer to like this, I think. But
you do.
It doesn't like it's not like kicking in the teeth bite or anything to it. It's there enough to give you that, but it's not like an overwhelming presence, which I really like.
That is wow. The more I drink it, the more I really get kind of that like lingering old fashioned characteristic on the tongue. It's really well done. And Wolf is a good base stout anyways, and you throw this extra stuff in there and it's very unique beer.
Yeah, it's always amazing with Wolf, with as flavorful of a beer as that is, how well adjuncts do with it. You know, it doesn't take over or like kill any adjuncts or like, you know, force anything through. I think it's just they do something with it to make it good on its own, but just allow the adjuncts to take over as well.
I feel like Wolf is just a very creamy, like it's just a very creamy, smooth barrel aged stout on its own, and that lends to some of those sharper flavors being able to kind of stick out from that smooth, creamy character of the base stout. Like it suits that stuff really well.
Yeah,
it's good. Okay, so scoring this one, Ross, where are you going on Untappd with this variant of Wolf that probably nobody on the channel is going to be able to find anywhere?
Honestly, it's a 4.5 for me. I really like this. I think the uniqueness of taking like a classic old fashioned and mashing with a Wolf and making it work as well as it does. Just that alone gets a 4 for effort, and then just everything else on top of it. You know, for me, it's a 4.5. It's a damn good beer.
Yeah, boring. 4.5 for me too. I mean, dude, it's solid. Like I was flirting with a 4.75 on this. I like it so much. Like it's just very, very well done. It's incredible. Very good beer. So, well done, Three Sheeps. That's a couple of good videos in a row for you guys. Some fantastic beers and lots more coming from Three Sheeps as we move through the end of the year. Double Barrel Wolf is coming. Triple Barrel Wolf is coming. Deeply Rooted is coming.
Deeply Rooted.
I know, but the 2024 release is coming.
Yeah, well, we can do this for a while. Like, there's a bunch of Three Sheeps I haven't even tried yet that I got sitting over there. And
every time we do a Three Sheeps beer, I'm like, we need to do more Three Sheeps on the channel, and then for some reason we don't, and I don't know why we don't.
We can't just do Three Sheeps every week.
We should just turn this into a Three Sheeps beer review channel. And we could probably get away with that for a while, to be fair.
Yeah.
We probably could. So, all right. So good stuff from Three Sheeps. Check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Facebook. We are on Untappd. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We are here on YouTube, as you can tell. So like, comment, subscribe, check out our other videos, and we will see all of you in the next episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.